What's up, y'all? Micakes here, and on this channel we are here to love ourselves and our bodies and strive as women in society. And on today's video I'll be sharing with you a few tips on how to survive your first year of college. Mine was quite confusing, so hopefully these tips can help you out to get through your first year. So the first tip I want to share with you is to know your teacher's homeroom. When you're in high school, you know, your teacher stays in the same classroom, and you go to their class and you know where to find them. But in college, teachers have their own room or like cubicle or department where they stay. So at my school, for example, teachers are clustered by department, and then you can find them inside each department, where their pigeonhole is also located, where you can submit assignments and stuff. So it's important to know where your teacher's homeroom is in case you have questions about stuff, if you need to submit an assignment or like a final exam. Oh, it's also on the syllabus. Very important. Very, very important. So at my school, we have like a separate schedule for final exams and midterms. It's like a separate week where it's specifically for exams. And if you don't know when the final exam is or when the midterm exam is, it's usually posted outside their department. And they'll post it like on the wall of when the final exam is or the midterm exam. So if you didn't catch it in class, if you weren't listening, if you were, you know, listening to music, watching like YouTube videos or something, yeah, it'll probably be there. So simple, man. You need to know these things. You don't want to miss a final exam. You don't want to miss a midterm exam. You gotta make that shit up. Tracking which teachers are more strict and more lenient. This is pretty important because if you want to pass your classes, you know, you can do it the smart way, you know, because not all teachers are the same. Not all teachers have the same rules, although there's standards or guidelines to follow, but teachers usually follow their own rules. They have their own sets of rules. If you can like maybe jot down like, this teacher is chill, this teacher is not, this teacher is more strict, then you can behave accordingly to each class. It's easier to, you know, prioritize your energy to certain classes. So like, for example, if you have harder classes, you can really like focus on that class, study more, you know, don't be late to that class, be absent less, you know, compared to other classes where if the teacher is not so strict, then you can like, you know, chill a little bit more, so you can, you know, save your energy for important classes, because some classes require more effort and you know, you probably have to stay up longer for those classes in order to get a better grade, you know, so it evens out. Very important. Very important. Important, I must say. So the next point is, I'm sorry if I'm kind of like low today. It's like gloomy outside and I'm like, my energy is like low. Maybe because I overslept. I slept for like 12 hours, but yeah. Next pointer I will like to share with you is to stay updated with your grades throughout the semester. For example, if let's say like halfway through the semester they haven't posted the grades for your midterms, or you can ask them, you know, it's your right to ask them how your grades are, how you're doing in school, in your class. You know how to perform accordingly, you know how to adjust accordingly. And like, let's say halfway through the semester you have an F or you have a D, then you can be like, oh, okay, I really need to like study harder, spend more time on this class, or really like focus on that class, And then by the time it's the end of the semester, you'll have like a B or C, you know? And instead of like you never asking or never inquiring about your grade, then you end up failing, you know? And we don't want to waste time failing, you know? You spent money paying for that class, and then you're gonna fail it, and then you have to pay again to take the class. So staying on top of your progress throughout the semester is very important. I'm doing a lot of talking here. So some materials you'll need when you get into college in the Philippines, at least here in the Philippines. I just graduated actually, March. We didn't have a ceremony, but I'm technically graduated. I don't have my diploma, but yeah, it's pretty cool because I don't have to go to class ever again. So it's just like, wow, I'm done with school forever. So yeah, some materials you'll need. First thing is yellow paper. I didn't know what this was when I first started out, and the teacher would be like, okay, like submit like a half sheet of yellow paper, write your name, blah blah blah. And I would like submit a notebook paper because I didn't know what yellow paper was. But then I was like, oh, okay, yellow paper. A calculator. This is a fancy calculator because it lights up. I think that's given from like high school. You need a calculator. A USB. A couple pens. I usually just keep one. I keep two because I don't like sharing pens either because I don't want to lose my pens. These are nice pens, dude. Don't steal my pens. I have a planner because if I don't write it down, I'll forget it. So I always like write down what's happening. So my last semester, you know, I still even use my planner now, just to have a guideline of, you know, I track like, for example, how many times I work out, how much time I'm spending doing YouTube, things I need to remember, like, you know, just little things, sleep well, take my medicine, stuff like that. Planner is very handy. This one I got from Typo in Manila. It was on sale, and like the paper is recycled, so it's okay, it helps. And I got this sticker from everybody that is graduating this year in 2020 gets a sticker and a booklet. In college, you really don't take that much notes. Like if you have like hour-and-a-half class, especially if you don't have math, if it's other subjects like philosophy or religion, you really don't take that much notes. So I only use one notebook for the entire sem, and I actually use it for 2 sems. You really don't need a lot of paper or a big notebook for college, because the lecture, you just need to know like main vocabulary, main concepts, and sometimes they even post it online. This is from one of my hardest class last year. Econ 119. It was political economics. It was a hard political economy. It's a hard class. I got a C, I think, but I worked really hard in that class. And the last thing I wanted to mention to bring is soap. Bruh, my school doesn't have soap in the bathrooms. You're probably like, what? That is grimy. I'm like, yes, I know, because I would be at school all day touching things and there's no damn soap. So my mom was like, just bring your own bottle of soap. So I did. And also, when things started getting freaky, when the pandemic started going on, they said they would have soap in the bathrooms. They didn't have soap. And it's like, that's very disgusting, you know. So I bring my own soap. the last pointer I wanted to share with you for your first year of college is be stingy with your time. Be careful who you hang out with, because it's college, you know, especially first year. You'll be meeting a lot of people, a lot of new people, a lot of people that you don't know. And especially if you're a girl, if you're a young lady, you know, just be careful out there. Because stuff happens in colleges, especially because there's a lot of people, there's parties, there's drinking, you know. Just kick it with people you trust, and people that you feel are trustworthy and worthy of your time. Time is precious, so be smart about who you hang out with. And yeah, so that was my video. I hope it helped. Click the pineapple in the corner if you haven't already to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye.